morning everybody. So it's Monday and first day yesterday of going on the sort of paleo steps. Yeah, I feel absolutely fine. I don't feel bloated. I felt full. Yeah, no problems there. So today's obviously a new day. I actually soaked some almonds overnight. I'm going to make my own almond milk. And I have made it before, quite a long time ago, but again, I'm gonna give it a go. So what you basically do is soak, you can see, soak the almonds overnight. I've soaked 200 almonds in about a pint of water. So you soak them and then you drain them, and then you basically add them to a food processor with another sort of pint or 2 pints of water and blitz them up completely for a few minutes. So I'm gonna do that. Drain these ones first. Using my Ninja IQ blender, it's quite a powerful blender, and I've popped actually half the almonds in this jug because it only goes up to, you know, not that much compared to some sort of blenders. So I thought if I half it, I can blitz them up and then add them together. So once that's done, you basically want to pull it off. It kind of looks like milk already. You can see there's bits in it though. And what I have done before and what you need to do is basically drain off the nuts. So this is like a really thin tea towel, or you can use like a cheesecloth, or you can actually just buy them, these special draining things. But I think tea towels work well. This one is a thin one, so everything should pass through, as in like liquid should pass through, but not the nuts. So I've put it over a bowl. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Look how fluffy that looks. You just want to start pouring it over. And you can actually use the nuts after. I'm going to put them aside, and it's basically like almond flour. And you can use it in, I'm actually going to use it in my porridge this morning. Or, you know, paleo porridge. Got these cute jars from the pound store. You might have seen them in like a previous haul on my other channel if you don't follow my other channel. Yeah, I'm going to use, I think this would be too much just for one bottle, but I'm going to give it a go. I've got 2 bottles anyway. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing my paleo porridge. So clearly it's not porridge, but it's a good alternative. And I kind of found this recipe and kind of tweaked it a little bit just to make it more, I don't know, a little bit better, and a couple of things I just didn't have. So yeah, you basically need a blender. I've done my almond milks here, but I'm going to use what I have left. I've still got loads left in here, so before I decant that, I'm going to use that as well. So basically, you need 1 peeled apple, peeled and cored. I'm going to add that into a blender. 2 dates, I've just de-pipped them. I'm going to add those in. You need some almond or peanut butter. Obviously, well, as a paleo diet, you shouldn't actually have peanuts, but I don't have any almond butter, so I'm going with peanut butter, which is fine by me. And it just, oh, I love peanut butter anyway. I'm gonna add a good tablespoon of ground almonds, which is what I've just blitzed up. A drizzle of honey, or you can add coconut sugar. I don't have any coconut sugar, so this is just my sweet alternative, but the dates sweeten it anyway, even if you don't want any sort of sugar. I'm gonna add some chia, probably about a tablespoon. A good sprinkle of cinnamon, or you can add mixed spice. Again, I don't have mixed spice. Cinnamon will do. And then I'm gonna add half a cup of the almond milk. So when it's done, it will look a bit like a smoothie / baby food, and you want to basically decant this into a saucepan and heat it like you would porridge. Okay, so once the porridge heated up, looks pretty much like porridge, doesn't it? And it's a really nice sort of thick consistency as well. Okay, so my breakfast is the paleo porridge, which I've helped you with the recipe. I will leave it linked below, written down. I've just topped it with some homemade apple sauce, which I made a long time ago. As long as you have an airtight container, it can last for a very long time. So I made that, I don't know how many months ago, but it's been in my fridge. I've got a few of those actually. So homemade apple sauce, and then I've topped it with some flaked almonds. I've got one of these teas as well, green rubies, peach and cherry. They are from Lidl and they're so nice. So yeah, that is pretty much my breakfast. I've actually done a double batch of the porridge so I can have it tomorrow, because obviously it's quite time consuming. So I have actually, yeah, I've made another batch just now. So that is going to go in my fridge for breakfast tomorrow. I actually put this on this morning and it's lunchtime now, but I thought I would quickly show you. I have been cooking a sausage casserole, and we're going to have this for dinner. So I put carrots, parsnips, I soaked some beans last night. So I added those as well earlier. I'm actually going to add in, I've had mushrooms as well. It's our own sausages, our pork sausages. I've added a tin of tomatoes. The only things that I'm going to add in extra, I'm going to add in some lentils a bit later on, because lentils cook so fast and they end up like mush otherwise. And then I'm also going to add in a few herbs in a minute, because I haven't added in those, as well as some tomato puree, just to thicken it a bit. Lunch, I'm going to have one of these steamed pouches, which I showed you yesterday in my grocery haul. It's basically got kale, tender stem, spiralised carrot, and some peas in there. So I'm going to pop that in the microwave. It takes like minutes. And then I've got some of our own bacon. It's quite thick cut, so I'm probably just going to have one slice. You can see how big it is as well. So that is pretty much what I'm going to have. Okay, lunch. I actually added an egg as well in the frying pan. And there is a shed load of greens there, as you can see. So it's actually quite a big portion. So yeah, that is pretty much my lunch for today. Okay, afternoon snack, I'm going to have a couple of these English plums. Okay, I'm just using my Nespresso. I haven't had a coffee in good few days actually, so I thought I'd have one, and I'm using my almond milk. It's very unlikely to froth, but you never know, but it'd be nice just to have warm milk with coffee. It's got a little bit of a froth on it, you can kind of see something, but nothing like normal milk, but there we go. Sausage due for dinner tonight. Threw in the lentils about an hour ago, and that is the outcome. Kids cut up. My evening pick-me-up, I'm having two of these. This is basically my dessert. I've just waited for a little bit later because we're watching Game of Thrones. I've got two of the plum scan. They need using, so I thought I'd have two more of those. And then I'm having the Clipper Sleep Easy tea. This is basically a chamomile and cinnamon tea. It's really, really nice. I'm not that a fan of like too many herbal teas. I'm a little bit fussy with what I like, but this is really, really nice. And I soak it for quite a long time, really let it cool down, top it with a little bit of cold water, and then take out the bag. And that's pretty much how I like it. But yeah, so that is pretty much my food for today.